when they pushed out the car, when they escaped the first time without the motor on. So this is just opposite to us now. The Zoo of Hellbrunn, the most beautiful alpine zoo in Austria, and we have animals here from all over the world, even the Australian kangaroos. They're here as well. Also, you probably saw the t-shirt, no kangaroos, so this is not here. We have bears, but I think they're sleeping now. We have brown bears, and some of the animals, they're even able to leave the zoo. Like the white-head vultures, they're usually flying around the whole time, and when they're getting hungry, they are coming back and then they sit up there in the rocks. Let's see if they're here. No. Oh yes, there are big parties here. And on the right-hand side, you can see the Church of Aniv. And behind the church, Herbert von Karajan is buried, a very famous conductor. You probably know him. He was the main conductor of the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra. And the street in front of us, this is already Hitler's Alpentry. We call it the flat part of the country. But now going further on to the south, the mountains are getting higher and higher, and they are keeping back the clouds. So in Salzburg, we have approximately 170 fields here around the city. They are used by the farmers to grow vegetables, grain and wheat. I have to tell you, we were really lucky. The wife of the farmer, she was pieces of corn, please, and she said, oh sure, take as much as you can, don't worry about it. And then, knowing, from here now the mountains are getting higher and higher, and just here behind the trees there is a very high mountain. It is called Untersberg Mountain, and on the very top it is 1,835 meters high. You can go up with a cable car since 1962, but you also can walk up to the top. It takes you a little bit longer, like 4 hours, and it depends how fast you're walking. And now you can see it a little bit on the right hand side, so this is quite a high mountain. And a very important mountain for the city, because from this mountain we are still today mining the white marble. And as you will see tomorrow on our city tour, all our churches are decorated with, here, can you see that? And if you have a look at the roof, there is a bell tower on top. It's a little bit covered with snow now, but the little bell tower, little thing with a bell hanging inside, and this is like in former times, it was very important. Nobody had a telephone, and it was born, or the stable was burning, they were ringing the bell, and the farmer knew they had to come home again. Today they are just using the bell to call the farmer back home for lunch. So it's very important that every bell has a different sound. Otherwise the farmer comes to the wrong wife for lunch. This could be a little problem, I think. Leonhard. And on the right hand side, this is already the cable car, the stop for the cable car. So from here the cable car goes up to the top of the mountain. And actually, it's also a nice mountain for skiing, but I only recommend very good skiers to go up there. It's really steep. And on the left-hand side, there is the water, the river of the Lake of the Kings. If you have a look at the color of the water, at the moment there's not too much water inside. This is always in winter. And the color is very clear and milky. It is melting water from the mountains, and it's very rich of minerals. And the minerals make this special color. And it's flowing out of a big Bavarian lake, the Lake of the Kings. Actually, the water quality in our lakes and rivers is really excellent. They are checking the water every month. Union, it's easier. You just can drive through. It's not necessary to show the passports anymore. And also we have the same money. We have all the same euro. Before that in Austria we had the Austrian shillings, in Germany the German marks. Also everything is now double as expensive mining the salt anymore. But in the same mountain, just behind the border in Bavaria and South Germany, there are still every year. And if you're wondering how the salt came into the mountain, I just can tell you that approximately 250 million years ago, after death, life is not finished, and so they buried their dead persons. And 14 men and 1 woman had to cook the salt the whole year round, 24 hours a day. It was a very hard work, and then they dried it and they put it into barrels and transported it on salt ships now. Well, you have a look, much more snow than down in the valley. winter wonderland. So everybody saw snow before? Or is it the first time for somebody? Oh really? Then you can